Hello, everyone, and welcome to the West Coast Supercoach preview for season 2026, where we're going to discuss some players that we could potentially pick for our teams. All right, we all know West Coast. Yeah, they finished the bottom last year. So are we going to be able to pick any of their players? Well, we'll find out shortly. But yeah, I do expect the Eagles to finish. Yeah, probably down towards the bottom once again. All right, so before we get into that, join my open league 506-532 and join the Podmasters as a public 937-841, where the winner gets a Supercoach ring and there'll be weekly prizes as well. All right, let's look at the fixture. All right, we look at the fixture. So yeah, every single team that West Coast plays finished above them last year. So you could say it's a difficult draw, but no, they'll probably get Jag a few wins here and there. They've got North Melbourne, Richmond, and then North Melbourne again before their round 15 bye. They don't play opening rounds, so bye free all the way up to round 15, which is nice. All right, and yeah, like I said earlier, I probably don't expect them to win too many games, finish towards the bottom, but some winnable games in here. North Melbourne, Richmond, North Melbourne again, Essendon. Alright, so yeah, let's now look at some players. Alright, as always, starting with the defenders. Tom McCarthy, who is the most expensive player on the West Coast list for Supercoach. He was actually 99k last year because he was a mid-season draft pick. All right, so he came in and played a bit of defense. He was defender midfielder, but he's lost his midfielder eligibility. But he's playing in the midfield apparently. So he should get that back around 6. All right, are we going to get him at 504.9k? Well, he averaged 93.3 from his 10 games. All right, so here's one. I actually really like him. But do I start him? Well, I'm not going to completely rule him out. Do I think he's going to finish in the top 10? Maybe. Just one to consider. Watch during the Amy practice games. Ryan Marrick at 460.7k. Average of 85.1 from 22 games. Now, this really hurt me last year. He was a lot cheaper. He was like 200. What was he? 200 and I don't know, 50k or something like that, maybe even less. I could have gone Bailey Humphrey, or I could have gone Ryan Marrick. And who did I choose? Well, of course, I chose Bailey Humphrey. All right, so yeah, really hurt last year. But can we pick him as a defender? And he was forward eligible, by the way, last year at 460.7k. I did see him. He was taking the kickouts some of the kickouts anyway, in the match simulation against Fremantle, which we really like. But around that price, and just above him as well, I think there are better options. Like good draft option, maybe a bit later in your draft. It's going to be a pass for me. Bo Allen, I just put him in here because 152.6k. 31.3 average from 6 games. I just do think there are better options, rookie options in the back line, and it's going to be a pass. Speaking of those better rookies, Josh Lindsay, 122.5k, was drafted last year, so obviously didn't play last year. All right, he's one that's highly consider. All right, watch him in the practice game coming up, and he should be one that we could perhaps stick on our bench like D7, D8, or maybe even put him on field. Who knows? All right, so one that I'm definitely considering. All right, onto the midfielders now. All right, we've got Elliot Yeo, priced at 453.7k. Didn't play last year due to injury. It just seems that he's very injury prone. We know that. All right, so he's one. If I'm going to bring him in to my side, I'm going to want to start him. But we have like your Hayden Young types. You've got your Darcy Parish types. That are cheaper and maybe not as durable because they both got their injury concerns as well. I think due to Not going to go there, so we're going to pass on Elio. Tim Kelly. Well, I put this together and didn't realize he was actually forward eligible as well. So, yeah. DPP. So could we pick him in our forward line? Maybe. I don't think I would go there. 401.5k, only average 74.2 from 20. Alright, so yeah, it's not going to average enough. Like, yeah, it's going to be a pass. Alright, Harley Reid. Now, this one's very interesting. 381.7k, average of 70.5 from 19 games last year. Third year in the system. Is he ready to, really up that average? Yeah, it could be. Could be. He's one that I'll be watching very keenly. All right. Would he be a keeper? No. So you'd use him as a stepping stone towards maybe a fallen primo. All right. And to make money, he's going to have to average 80, 90, probably 90 to be worth it. So for me, it's going to be a pass on Harley Reid. All right. Willem Dersma, 203.5k. Didn't play last year. Number 1 draft pick. And yeah, do we want to pay up for a midfield rookie at that price? When we've got Jagger Smith, a 119k player, he could average 80, 90. Will Willem Dersma do that in a bad side? Or, will he make us enough money? I don't think he will. I will watch him though. I'm not going to completely rule him out. Actually, maybe not even consider. Maybe just put him on the watch list. Alright. But probably not. Harry Schoenberg, who's come across from Adelaide. Played the one game there last year. From one game. Will he get a game? We're going to have to watch in the preseason. So, yeah, just going to watch, but probably not. Alright. On to the rucks now. Got Matt Flynn. 447.3k, 82.7 average from 18 games. And you also got Bailey Williams, 282.1k, 52 average from 16 games. I'm just going to put these two together because, it seems like 18, 16, seems like they play with each other more than not. That sounded really bad. 447. Very popular pick last year because he was only 260k, but at 447, again, I'm not sure of who's going to be the number 1 ruck. So for both of them, it's going to be a pass. Next, we've got the Duff Man, Cooper Duff Tidler, who's also available as a forward. So that could be handy. 190k. Obviously didn't play last year. Could he be one, that we put at R3 or maybe even F7? That could be really handy. Especially if you're running with a Liam Reedy as well. You could just swing them. If you're going, with McAndrew as a R2, he's one that I'm going to consider. He's not going to play as a ruck. I think he's going to play forward. And do we want forwards? Do we expect forwards to score well? For West Coast, I don't think so. But do we keep him on our bench just to have his insurance, extra cover for the ruck line? Maybe. All right. So not going to completely rule him out. But he is one that I'm definitely considering. All right, now finally onto the forwards. Now I can't picture too many being relevant here. You got Jack Graham, 476.2k, 88 average from 18 games. You're gonna pay 476 for Jack Graham when you have, you got your Cozzy Pickett's around that price. You got who else? But there are others options around that price. Jack Graham, it's gonna be a pass. Tom Gross. This is a Gross pick last year. He's also available as a midfielder. 36.3. He just didn't score enough last year. It's going to be a pass. Would you get Tom Gross over a Philippou who's 30k cheaper? I don't think so. Finn McRae. Now, he's one to watch. Come across from the Magpies. Also available as a midfielder, so that could be handy. 119.9k. I don't think he's made his debut at all. Or did he play a few games for Collingwood? I'm not sure. Maybe he played a few. But he didn't play anything last year. So, yeah, he's bottom, or not bottom rookie price. He's rookie priced. He's one that I'm going to watch. See if he's named round 1. I'm not sure if he is going to be, but yeah. Just keep an eye out on him. Devon Robertson at 119.9k. Only averaged 13.5 from 4 games. Now, he couldn't break into that strong midfield at Brisbane. Obviously, the Premiers, they're a very good team. But yeah, he's come across to back home to Perth, which I believe is from. Yeah, I think he wanted to get back a couple of years back, but yeah, obviously didn't end up happening. But he's back there now, and yeah, he's of the 119k players, McRae and Schonberg as well. He's probably the one that's most likely to play, I think. All right, so watch him during the preseason. Like, I'm pretty sure he's going to get a game, and he's one to highly consider. All right, so yeah, that is the West Coast. Let me know if there's anyone that I missed, and yeah, let me know if you think anything different. All right, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. All right, bye.